Your Ford is quietly collecting your personal data right now. I am talking about your location, your driving habits, your text messages, even your phone contacts, all being recorded and potentially shared without you realizing it. I have been working on Fords for 15 years, and when I discovered what these hidden settings actually do, I was genuinely alarmed. Today we are exposing 5 Ford settings that turn your truck into a rolling surveillance device. Setting number 2 copies data from your phone the moment you connect it, including texts you have not even read yet. Setting number 1 has been at the center of a nationwide controversy involving insurance companies and rising premiums. You need to disable these immediately. Let's get into it. Setting number 5 is one most owners never even think about because it sounds completely harmless. It's called Share Vehicle Data, and it's buried inside your sync system's connectivity settings. This single toggle controls whether your Ford transmits detailed information about your vehicle's performance, diagnostics, and usage patterns directly to Ford servers every time you drive. Here is what Share Vehicle Data actually sends: your odometer reading, tire pressure, fluid levels, battery condition, door lock status, warning indicators, and dozens of other data points about your vehicle's mechanical condition. Ford collects this information through the built-in cellular modem that comes factory installed in most modern Fords. That is right, your truck has its own cellular connection, essentially a built-in phone with its own SIM card, and it is transmitting data to Ford through the AT&T network without using your personal phone or data plan at all. Ford says this data helps them diagnose problems, improve products, and offer you services. But what they do not emphasize is that this data can also be used to market repair services to you, track your mileage for warranty purposes, and build detailed profiles about how you use your vehicle. I have had owners come into the shop confused about why they are getting emails from Ford about specific services right before their warranty expires. That is not a coincidence. Ford knows exactly how many miles you have driven, because your truck is reporting that information automatically. The solution is straightforward, but the setting is buried deep enough that most people never find it. On your touchscreen, go to Settings, then Connectivity, then Connected Vehicle Features. You will see a toggle labeled Share Vehicle Data. Slide it to the off position and press Continue on the confirmation prompt. On Sync 3 systems, the path is similar. Just navigate through Settings to Connectivity and then Connected Vehicle Features. The exact menu layout varies slightly depending on your model year and sync generation, but the toggle exists on every Ford with connected vehicle capability from roughly 2017 Ford. One important thing to know is that even with this toggle turned off, the cellular modem in your truck does not completely shut down. It still sends periodic messages containing your vehicle's VIN and the modem's electronic serial number to maintain the network connection. Think of it like a phone on standby. It is not making calls, but the network still knows it exists. A step further, some owners pull the fuse for the telematics modem entirely. On many F-150 models, that is fuse number 11 or 12 in the passenger side footwell fuse panel. Pulling this fuse completely disconnects the cellular connection, but you will also lose remote start through the FordPass app, vehicle location features, and any over-the-air update capability. For most people, simply turning off the Share Vehicle Data toggle is the right balance between privacy and functionality. Setting number 4 is one that should concern every Ford owner who uses connected navigation. It is called Share Vehicle Location, and when it is active, your Ford is tracking your GPS coordinates in real time and transmitting them to Ford servers. This is not just recording where you parked. This is logging your precise latitude and longitude, your travel direction, your speed, and in some cases, even the road surface conditions and traffic signs around you. Ford's privacy documentation confirms that vehicle location data includes GPS coordinates that can determine your current position, the direction you are heading, and how fast you are moving. This data gets uploaded through the same cellular modem we discussed in Setting 5. Every trip you take, every stop you make, every route you drive is potentially being logged and transmitted. Ford says this information helps them provide navigation services improve mapping data, and deliver location-based features through the FordPass app. That is technically true, but it also means Ford has a detailed history of everywhere your truck has been. What many owners don't realize is that this location data doesn't just sit in Ford's servers collecting dust. Ford's privacy policy states they may share personal information with authorized dealers, affiliates, and companies providing services on their behalf. They may also share it with law enforcement if they believe it is necessary to comply with legal obligations. Your truck is essentially building a detailed travel diary that multiple parties could potentially access. The practical consequences are real. I have heard from owners going through divorce proceedings where vehicle location data became relevant. I have heard from business owners who did not realize their fleet vehicles were reporting employee locations to Ford servers. And I have seen cases where owners had no idea their previous vehicle was still linked to their FordPass account, meaning the new owner's location was potentially accessible through the old account. To disable location sharing, go to your touchscreen, navigate to Settings, then Connectivity, then Connected Vehicle Features. Find the Share Vehicle Location toggle and slide it to Off. Be aware that disabling this will also turn off the vehicle location feature in the FordPass app, meaning you will not be able to see where your truck is parked from your phone. If your truck gets stolen, you will not have that tracking capability through the app. For most owners, losing the parking location feature is a small price to pay for not having every trip logged and transmitted. One more thing about location data. If you perform a master reset, turn off vehicle connectivity, or turn off vehicle location sharing, every FordPass account connected to that vehicle receives a notification. This is important if you bought a used Ford and the previous owner's account is still linked. Performing a master reset ensures their access is completely severed. If you are finding this information as disturbing as I think you should be, go ahead and smash that like button right now and make sure you subscribe. We are about to get into the 3 worst privacy violations built into your Ford, and setting number 2 is one that most owners have no idea is happening every single time they get in their truck. Setting number 3 is called Share Driving Data, and this is the one that connects directly to your wallet. When this setting is active, your Ford records and transmits detailed information about how you actually drive. We are talking about your speed, how hard you accelerate, how aggressively you brake, your steering inputs, how you use driver assist technology, and your overall driving patterns. This data paints a comprehensive picture of your driving behavior, and it is the type of information insurance companies love to get their hands on. Here's what happened. Automakers, including Ford, partnered with data brokers like LexisNexis and Verisk, companies that cater to the auto insurance industry. These brokers traditionally tracked accidents and traffic tickets, but they started receiving driving behavior data directly from vehicle manufacturers, including information about hard braking events, rapid acceleration, high-speed driving, and aggressive cornering. Insurance companies then used this data to adjust premiums. Some owners saw their insurance rates increase without understanding why. They had not received any tickets and had not been in any accidents. Their trucks had been quietly reporting their driving habits to data brokers, who then sold that information to insurers. Ford has stated that insurance companies never received connected vehicle data without explicit customer consent. They say that before late 2024, customers had to opt in twice, once with their insurer and once on their vehicle screen. Ford also says that since late 2024, they no longer support these usage-based insurance data sharing programs at all. But the driving data toggle still exists in your vehicle, and the data is still being collected when it is turned on, even if Ford says they are no longer sharing it with insurance brokers specifically. Here is why you should disable it regardless of Ford's current insurance data policies. That driving data does not just disappear after Ford collects it. It gets stored, it gets analyzed, and Ford's privacy policy allows them to share information with authorized dealers, affiliates, and service providers. The data could also be subpoenaed in legal proceedings. If you are involved in an accident and there's a lawsuit, Your vehicle's recorded driving behavior could be used as evidence. Hard braking a second before impact, your speed 5 minutes before the collision, your acceleration patterns throughout the day, all of it potentially on the record. To disable driving data sharing, navigate to Settings, then Connectivity, then Connected Vehicle Features on your Sync touchscreen. Toggle Share Driving Data to Off. Some owners have noticed that disabling this setting also locks out certain features in the FordPass app that seem unrelated, like energy usage displays on electric and hybrid models. Ford has confirmed this is intentional, not a bug. They have bundled useful features with the data collection toggle to discourage you from turning it off. That should tell you something about how valuable your driving data is to Ford. If you are concerned that your driving data has already been shared with data brokers, you can request a copy of your consumer report from LexisNexis. They are required by law to provide it. Many Ford owners who have done this were surprised to find detailed reports containing driving behavior information they never knowingly agreed to share. Even if Ford's current policy is clean, the data that was shared before late 2024 is already out there in broker databases and potentially factored into your insurance premiums right now. Setting number 2 happens automatically the instant you pair your phone with your Ford's Bluetooth system. Most owners have absolutely no idea. When you connect a cell phone to Sync, the system creates a profile linked to that specific phone. Ford's own documentation printed right in the owner's manual states that this profile contains data from your phone book, text messages including both read and unread messages, and your call history. This is the part that shocks most people. The call history includes calls made when your phone was not connected to the system. Let that sink in. Your Ford downloads your call history from periods when you were not even in the vehicle. Every call you made sitting at your kitchen table, every text message you received while at work, all of it gets copied into your truck's Sync system the moment you reconnect via Bluetooth. Sync can download up to approximately 1,000 contacts from your phone's memory, along with the associated call logs and message data. This information stays stored in the vehicle's Sync module even when your phone is disconnected. It remains there unless you manually delete it. Ford says this data enables hands-free calling and text message reading while driving. That is a legitimate use case, but the amount of data collected goes far beyond what is necessary for basic hands-free functionality. Your entire contact list with names and phone numbers, your complete text message inbox, and months of call history are stored inside the vehicle's computer system. If you sell or trade your truck and do not perform a master reset, the next owner could potentially access your personal contacts, your text messages, and your call logs. I have seen this happen in the shop more times than I can count. New owners discover the previous owner's phone data sitting right there in the Sync system. Ford's privacy statement also notes that a development log of approximately 10 minutes of all recent system activity is recorded. The phone profile, media device index, and a development log all remain in the vehicle unless you actively delete them. Ford states that this data cannot be accessed without special equipment and access to the vehicle's Sync module, but that is a thin layer of protection when dealership technicians and anyone with the right diagnostic tools can access this data. To protect yourself, go into your phone settings on the Sync screen. Look for auto-download contacts and disable it. You can also manage which data your phone shares during the Bluetooth pairing process. On most smartphones, deny Sync permission to access your contacts and messages during the initial pairing. Hands-free calling will still work with limited functionality, and you will not be able to use voice commands to call contacts by name. If you have already been connecting your phone for months or years, that data is sitting in your truck's system right now. To delete it, remove your phone from the paired devices list in Sync settings. For a complete wipe, perform a master reset through the settings menu. Navigate to Settings, then General, then Master Reset. This erases all personal data from the system, including phone profiles, saved addresses, and paired device information. You will have to repair your phone and re-enter any personalized settings afterward, but your old data will be gone. Setting number 1 is the FordPass app itself and the connected vehicle modem that powers it. This is the most comprehensive surveillance system built into your Ford, and most owners not only leave it active, but actively encourage it by downloading the app and connecting their vehicle to it. The FordPass app collects your vehicle location, driving data, vehicle diagnostics, charging data if applicable, voice commands when you use the in-vehicle voice recognition system, and what Ford calls environment data, which includes weather conditions, road surface conditions, traffic signs, and your surroundings. That last category, your surroundings, has raised serious questions among privacy advocates and Ford owners alike. Ford vehicles equipped with cameras and sensors are potentially collecting visual data about the environment around the vehicle. Road geometry, traffic signs, and surrounding conditions are all mentioned specifically in Ford's privacy documentation. This data gets transmitted through the cellular modem and processed on Ford's servers. The FordPass app on your phone adds another layer of data collection. It can access your precise GPS location through your phone's location services, independent of the vehicle's GPS. Ford uses cookies and tracking technologies within the app to monitor how you use it, what features you access, and how often you interact with various services. The app essentially creates a parallel tracking system that works even when you're not in your vehicle. Ford's privacy policy for FordPass states they may share personal information with authorized dealers, affiliates, service providers, and under certain circumstances, law enforcement. They use the data for marketing, product development, personalization, and diagnostic purposes. Your driving patterns, your frequent destinations, your vehicle's condition, and your app usage all feed into Ford's data ecosystem. To take back control, start with the FordPass app on your phone. Open your phone settings and revoke location access for the FordPass app entirely. At minimum, set location access to only while using the app, rather than always. Emphasis on control and privacy. Inside the FordPass app, go to Account Settings and look for privacy controls. There is an option to submit a Do Not Sell My Personal Information request. Ford requires you to complete multiple forms, and some owners report the company never follows up after submission. In the vehicle itself, the nuclear option is to go to Settings, then Connectivity, and turn off vehicle connectivity entirely. This disconnects your truck from Ford's network completely. You will lose remote start, remote lock and unlock, vehicle location, over-the-air updates, and all connected services. The benefit is that your truck stops transmitting data to Ford. If you want connected features but more privacy, disable each individual data sharing toggle. Go to Settings, then Connectivity, then Connected Vehicle Features. Turn off Share Vehicle Data, Share Vehicle Location, Share Driving Data, and any other toggles in that menu. Some models also show Connected Navigation and Media Analytics toggles. Turn all of those off. You will keep basic sync functionality, Bluetooth audio, and Apple CarPlay or Android Auto while your truck stops phoning home with your personal information. If you have already been using FordPass and these settings were active, your data may already be in Ford's systems. You can contact Ford's Customer Relationship Center at 1-800-392-3673 to ask about your data and request information about what has been collected. Under various state privacy laws, particularly California's consumer privacy laws, you may have the right to request deletion of your personal data. Ford is legally required to respond to those requests within specific timeframes. Here's the bottom line. Ford designed these connected features to collect as much data as possible because that data has enormous commercial value. Every mile you drive, every place you stop, every text message in your inbox, it all feeds a system that benefits Ford far more than it benefits you. The convenience features like remote start and vehicle location are real, but you are paying for them with your privacy. Take 10 minutes today and go through every setting we covered. Decide for yourself what level of data sharing you are comfortable with. At minimum, disable driving data and vehicle location sharing. Those two toggles alone dramatically reduce the amount of personal information leaving your truck. If you found this information valuable, subscribe right now, hit the notification bell, and drop a comment telling me which of these settings you had no idea was active. Share this video with every Ford owner you know, because most people are driving around with all 5 of these settings turned on, completely unaware that their truck is reporting everything they do. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.